All right, good people. Here's a book by Gary John Bishop called UNF Yourself. And it inspired a lot of people with the book alone, but it also inspired a lot of spin-offs. And today, I want to talk about 9 habits I used to UNF my alcoholism. And I'm going to keep it PG. As you can see, I'm not going to use the word. I'm going to reveal my truth. People always want the moment, the dramatic turning point, the night that everything changed. They want to hear that. But if I'm being truly honest with you, my recovery didn't happen in one moment. It happened in habits, little decisions, tidbits, daily adjustments, things I had to practice over and over until the man I used to be started fading away. And listen, I'm not saying this as someone who is cured. I'm saying this as someone, as I continuously say to you, I am you who's in the storm. I'm still fighting the same fight. But these habits that I'm going to talk to you about today gave me weapons, tools. So if you're still struggling with alcohol or a substance right now, these are 9 habits that help me start dismantling my alcoholism. Habit number 1, I stopped explaining myself. When you're trying to get sober, everybody suddenly becomes a lawyer. Why? Why aren't you drinking? Can't you just have one? You used to be fun. At some point, I realized something. I didn't owe anyone an explanation for how I'm protecting my life. If a situation threatened my sobriety, then I just said no. No negotiation, no justification, just a no. Because alcoholism lives and thrives in negotiation. Habit number 2, I got addicted to learning about my alcoholism. For years, I thought I just had a discipline problem. I thought I just needed more willpower. But as disciplined as I was, I couldn't do this. So when I started learning about alcoholism, really studying it, I realized something very powerful. Alcoholism isn't just drinking too much. It's obsession, compulsion, a spiritual and emotional sickness. And the more I understood what was happening in my mind, the less power that it had over me. Habit number 3, I built a morning that defended me. Mornings used to be damage control, hangovers, regret, shame, disappointment, anxiety about what I said or did the night before and who might hear about it. Now, in sobriety, my mornings look a lot different. I wake up, I pray, I get quiet, I move my body. And you hear it is simple, nothing complicated. But the quiet time with God in the morning, that's like putting armor, putting an armor on before the day starts. Habit number 4, I started giving instead of consuming. Alcohol trained me to live selfishly, good people. What do I want? What do I need? What makes me feel good right now? Recovery, flip that mindset for me. Instead of just consuming everything around me, I started giving back, encouraging someone, checking in on someone, helping someone who might be struggling just as much as I am. Service gets you out of your own head, good people. And trust me, alcoholism loves it when everything revolves around you. Habit number 5, I learned to sit with myself. One of the scariest things for an alcoholic is silence. Because silence means that you have to face yourself. I used alcohol and substances to escape boredom, loneliness, stress, even success. But recovery forced me to sit with my own thoughts, good people, and I learned something so powerful. I learned that the feelings that I was trying to escape, they weren't going to kill me. Avoiding them, though, almost did. Habit number 6, I wrote instead of complaining. When I was drinking, my mind was full of chaos. blame, excuses, victimized like thinking. But when you write things down, you slow your mind down, good people. You start seeing patterns. And sometimes you realize that the story that you've been telling yourself, it's not even true. Habit number 7, I repaired relationships slowly. Sobriety doesn't magically fix the damage that you caused, good people. And I had to accept that. Trust takes time to rebuild. Not promises, not speeches, consistency, being honest, doing the next right thing over and over. Habit number 8, I started taking better care of my body. For years, I acted like, outside of bodybuilding, that my body didn't matter. I could get it back. Sleep was optional. Nutrition was trash. Hydration didn't exist. But your body and your mind and your spirit are so connected and intertwined. And when I started eating better, moving better, sleeping more, sleeping longer, something interesting happened in my life, good people. That addiction started to lose its grip. Habit number 9, last one. I reconnected with God. Saved the best for last. I'm going to be real with you, good people. For a long time, I believed in God. But guess what? I was still trying to fight this battle of alcoholism alone. And I learned something along the way. But I had to learn it the hard way, unfortunately. If I could have beaten alcoholism by myself, with all the discipline I had, I would have already done it. But surrender changed everything, good people. Not perfection, surrender to God. So if you're watching this, good people, and you're struggling, I got a message for you. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. You don't have to fix your whole life today, good people. Just focus on the next habit, the next right decision, the next sober day. Because recovery, good recovery, doesn't happen all at once. It happens slowly. One habit, one surrender, one day at a time. And I've got another message for you. If nobody told you this lately, you're good. You're not crazy. You're not weak. You're just fighting a battle that requires God, honesty, daily discipline. And if you're still fighting, and I hope you are, good. That means that you're still in this game. So if you're looking for a couple of habits to help you stay sober and get out of that alcoholic mindset, those are 9 habits for you. That's Deacon Dayne. Peace and God bless.